Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews. So I was on Twitter this morning, and I saw this just curious little tweet from one of my fellow YouTubers in the Fandom Menace. He's known as Drunk3PO. Give him a sub if you already haven't. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. And he tweeted something. The thing he tweeted was, "What's this thing I keep hearing about that Lucasfilm story group hated Luke Skywalker character? Anyone have any news on this?" So I looked up some stuff, and then I also looked at his response feed, and Ichibaka, I also want to thank him for putting this up. And the article is from Disney Star Wars is Dumb. And here's the article. Let's get into it. Lead individuals at Lucasfilm have had a palpable disdain for Luke. And then they show an archived message from WDW Pro, well-known member, August 7th, 2019, Villains 0501, or 501st basically, said, "Wow, what a circuitous route this trilogy has taken. Perhaps the willingness to toss out JJ's treatment came in response to criticism that The Force Awakens felt too much like a rehash of A New Hope, and that the next film should have been, or should be, more off the wall. In any event, it didn't really pan out well. Do you have any knowledge about the extent of Palpatine's role in the new film? I know Kennedy said Kennedy and JJ said it was always the plan to have him back, which I find hard to believe, seeing as he was barely mentioned in the previous two films. You'd think Vader ran the Empire all by his lonesome. Totally understand if you can't say anything." Well, here's the thing, folks. Darth Sidious, was only mentioned once. And yeah, let's just say it was a pretty much throwaway line from Luke. At the rise of their power, the Jedi allowed Darth Sidious to overthrow the Republic and wipe the Jedi out. Yeah. Now, the response was, what about the decision not to revise, or it's not a response, what about the decision not to revise Leia's fate in Episode 8 following Carrie Fisher's passing? Seems like it would have been easier to conclude Leia's arc in Episode 8 rather than relying on archival footage for Episode 9. It is true, they could have said in the time between Episode 8 and Episode 9 that she had passed in a battle or something, because, let's face it, they have no problem killing off important characters off screen. Admiral Akbar was killed off screen. And the last bit of plugging leaks is, ironically, right out of Game of Thrones. Rian Johnson wrote the script before the first viewing of The Force Awakens, which is part of the reason the films feel so disconnected. Palpatine was always intended to return, but with no reference to such a thing in The Last Jedi. The script for 9 has been written to feel as a standalone. Unfortunately, my best intel on the movie is that it may be a cluster with so many late changes, and JJ isn't a lot of fun to be around at the moment. Leia was always supposed to be the star of the sequel trilogy, and certain lead individuals at Lucasfilm have had a palpable disdain for Luke. When Carrie Fisher passed away, they had no idea what to do, and so deference was given to Ryan to make the call. He kept his script the way it was. And here we are. Or as was, and here we are. Basically, the writer of the article then says, I'm also forced to wonder if this has anything to do with Lucasfilm's apparent hatred of the white male, which they do happen to basically be showing quite a disdain for nowadays. I mean, the future is diverse and all that stuff. Because if you ask me, I think it is absolutely ridiculous that they continue to push forced diversity over subtle and organic moving diversity. But yeah, it shows that apparently Leia was going to be the star of the sequel trilogy. Which, if you ask me, I don't quite understand. But hey, the Force is female. You know? But them having a palpable disdain for Luke, I also wonder, why do they have that disdain for Luke? What did Luke Skywalker do to earn such hatred from leaders at Lucasfilm? You know? Anyway, folks, that's the video. Y'all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. I am getting closer to my 200 subscriber milestone. So, get these videos out there. Get my channel out there if you guys want. I would love to do a video for you guys. A milestone video. Before the year's out. That's my goal. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Do you guys think that it's because the straight white males are a thing of the past and that the future is female and that's why they hate Luke? Or do you think it could be some other reason that we have not figured out yet? Let me know in the comments below. This has been Orange Hat Reviews, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.